What's President Uhuru Kenyatta's game plan with Raila Odinga? Are they planning to form a coalition government ahead of 2022 general election? Or are they planning to groom someone to take over presidency in 2022? What's their game plan? Because from all indications, these two brothers are up to something. So today I want us to look at probably what these two gentlemen are up to. But before we do that, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to just take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, you get notified. Now, back to the main issue. Two things have happened this past week, and they point to certain things. And just like I keep on saying on this platform, that in politics, everything is normally planned and executed to achieve certain political objectives. There's no coincidence in politics. So two incidents happened this past week. The first one happened in Ruai. Over 300 police officers, GSU police officers, were sent to secure a land which is linked to the deputy president William Samoei Ruto. What message was being sent out? I think I did a comprehensive video on that. It's on this platform. But the message which was being sent out to Kenyans and those who care was very simple: that the president no longer has any time for his deputy. Otherwise, he would not have subjected his deputy to such kind of embarrassment. If he felt, or if the government felt they wanted to repossess that land and there were links to the DP, the government would have simply used another way of even negotiating with the deputy president. But that did not happen. And yesterday, another headline was flashed on the dailies, The Standard to be precise. And in their headline, The Standard had a story which was captioned like this. Let me just put it in verbatim. Uhuru Kenyatta secret card to form a coalition with ODM and KANU. Secret card to form. So it's a secret card. And let me repeat myself. In politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. This headline, in my view, was sponsored. And it was sponsored to test the reaction of Kenyans. And probably these two gentlemen might be having plans to form a government, but they wanted to see the reaction of the other side. I did, on this platform, explain to you how Jubilee Party constitution gives the party leader a lot of leeway. The party leader of Jubilee Party can do anything he wants with Jubilee Party. And this is exactly what these guys were trying to pass to Kenyans. But again, Jubilee allies of the DP were arguing that that one cannot happen because these guys are in partnership. But the sad truth is, even other members, other political parties which formed Jubilee Party were agreeing that they gave Uhuru Kenyatta a lot of leeway. But no, that's not the main issue. The main issue is, what is President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga up to? The DP is being undermined, frustrated on the other side. Raila Odinga is currently, anybody agrees, Raila Odinga has a say in this government. And let me just read for you how the DP responded to that headline. Let me just read for you on Twitter. The DP responded this way: Jubilee fraternity should ignore propaganda peddled by desperados seeking ragtag ethnic coalition. So, he's talking of desperados, and Uhuru Kenyatta is involved in this. So our progressive constitution vests power in party organs, not party personalities. So according to Ruto, the choice in Jubilee Party, whether to form coalition or not, is vested in organs, not personalities. When he talks of personalities, he's talking of President Uhuru Kenyatta. But if you read the Jubilee Constitution, the party leader has a lot of powers. The deputy party leader can only be delegated some powers. And he's saying, Jubilee, the governing party, has no room for selfish, evil experiments meant to benefit brokers and their ills. So basically it means this story, which was planted on the Standard newspaper, has some truth. And basically this explains why there is vicious war in Jubilee Party. But I want to digress a bit. I want to focus on what I think Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga are up to. And I want to go straight to the point. Point number one is probably these two guys are planning to form a coalition government. That's a possibility. And I want you to look at it from the perspective of what David Murathe once said. David Murathe was very clear that they can decide to leave Jubilee Party to William Samoei Ruto. In this country, we've seen Mwai Kibaki. Let's just go back to history. Mwai Kibaki was elected on NAC ticket. Then he sought for a re-election on which political party? PNU. So today, where's Mwai Kibaki? Which political party can you pin as Mwai Kibaki's political party? Mwai Kibaki, for the purposes of winning presidency, had to leave DP, a political party he founded. Went to an election with the NAC. Dumped NAC, joined PNU, and after election, disappeared. So which means Kibaki didn't have any passion for a political party. He didn't have any interest of extending politics or extending his influence post his presidency. Now let us look at Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta was elected, was a KANU member. The father was a founder KANU member. But Uhuru Kenyatta wanted the presidency. Uhuru realized that it was very difficult to win the presidency through KANU. So he dumped KANU. Uhuru Kenyatta then joined PNU and again formed TNA. Right? As things stand today, if Jubilee will collapse, do you think Uhuru will still have interest in that party? Or assuming Uhuru's term will come to an end and someone else take over the leadership in Jubilee, do you think Uhuru Kenyatta will still have interest in Jubilee as a political party? I don't think so. So Uhuru's interest is extending his power. And for Uhuru Kenyatta to extend his power, it means certain things must be done. One of the things is to destroy a powerful deputy president, a powerful deputy party leader. And Uhuru Kenyatta is well aware that they've subjected the DP to a lot of humiliation. And they no longer trust each other, even in parliament. So Uhuru Kenyatta is looking at a possibility of forming a coalition government with Raila Odinga and with KANU, Gideon Moi. That's something we should not bury our heads about. It's something which is likely to happen in this country when we are still alive. So in my view, that's a possibility. But I'm still not buying it so much. Because Uhuru and Raila, if they were to form a coalition government, they would have done that. But I'm looking at the two as people who are focused on 2022 post Uhuru Kenyatta's rule. So that's number one. Number two, I think it has to do, these two guys are, their relationship is all about legislative agenda in parliament and outside parliament. In parliament, how can Uhuru Kenyatta push for certain agenda? How can Raila Odinga push for certain agenda in parliament? Remember, it is claimed that the DP has numbers in parliament. And these people have always bragged about this. They've always challenged President Uhuru Kenyatta, most of the time, to take them to parliament. They believe they have the numbers. So because they believe they have the numbers, the only way Uhuru can succeed is by working with Raila Odinga. So they are now working together. So if there's something they want to achieve in parliament, probably Uhuru will reach out to Raila Odinga. And it has happened severally. Uhuru reaching out to Raila Odinga, to Kalonzo Musyoka, and they've always done this before. Remember, one of the reasons which are being given as the main cause of friction between Uhuru and Ruto is the fact that immediately these guys came into power, the DP and his handlers, I don't know how true that is, I don't know, but it's something you and me have heard it. that the DP and his handlers felt that Uhuru might not want to leave power. So they wanted to impeach Uhuru Kenyatta. And this is something which has been said publicly even by political leaders, that they wanted to impeach Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's how Uhuru Kenyatta now reached out to Raila Odinga to help him so that he's not impeached by the deputy president. And that's explained, according to those people, the bitterness Uhuru has with his deputy, because he had promised to give this guy the presidency, but this guy could still go and organize impeachment. I don't know the truth about that impeachment story, but it's something which is there. So basically, most of this, the two guys have been working on legislative agenda, how to protect Uhuru, how to push their agendas in parliament, things like those. Take, for example, the Nairobi takeover. When MCS wanted to impeach Sonko, what happened? Raila wrote a letter through Ruben Dolo, and people dismissed Ruben Dolo. Then after a day or two, these MCS were at State House meeting with Uhuru Kenyatta, and they were told to drop that impeachment. So which means basically these individuals had a discussion prior. And this has happened severally. Take the case of Waititu. Waititu was impeached not because of any other thing, but because of Raila and Uhuru. So Raila spoke with his senators, Uhuru did that. So those who are supporting the DP voted against that impeachment. So that's something which happened. Number three, which I think is basically what's going to happen, or what they are planning, is to either support Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. And if that will not be possible, because they'll have the system, they'll know, they'll be given all the intelligence brief. If that will not work, then they are likely to support a compromise candidate. That's a possibility. And I keep on repeating on this platform, you guys need to follow very closely one man called Fred Okengo Matiang'i. He might be our future president in 2022. So these guys, if Uhuru is serious and considering the relationship he has with the DP, he's considering supporting Raila Odinga. But again, there's also the issue of Gideon Moi as a compromise candidate. And again, there's also the issue of Fred Okengo Matiang'i. So I think these guys are looking at 2022 politics in totality. If I support Raila Odinga with the system, can he succeed? And if Kenyans will not agree to support Raila Odinga, even with the help of the system, because in this country, votes don't count. If votes were counting, Raila Odinga would have been president. So they'll figure out if, perceptionally, Kenyans will not want Raila Odinga, and even with the system, he will still not garner those votes. Then what are the options? Do we support Gideon Moi? And what are his chances if we support Gideon Moi? Is this narrative about dynasty going to come and haunt us? And if it will, then what about Fred Okengo Matiang'i? So I think these guys are looking at the possibility of 2022 politics, either with Raila Odinga and Gideon Moi, and or a compromise candidate. So that's something these guys are working on. Number four, the fourth thing, which you must agree now in total, these guys are keen on blocking William Samoei Ruto from becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya. They are serious. I know a lot of guys on this platform always accuse me, but I've always been vindicated. Uhuru is done with Ruto. Uhuru is done with Ruto. I still don't know about Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga can still work with Ruto. But Uhuru is done with Ruto. So as things stand today, these two individuals are working very closely to stop the Deputy President William Ruto from becoming the President of the Republic of Kenya. If that were not the case, the DP would now be a very powerful individual in this country. Today, the president is even addressing the issues of corona. He can't even appear anywhere near TV. In the first term, he would be standing next, side by side, with the president. Remember, the president announced a lockdown. He was not there. Today, the president extended this lockdown, and he was flanked with 3 governors. In an ordinary circumstance, the DP would have been there as the principal assistant. to the president. And if you even read this post, the tweet which I shared with by the DP, even that tweet is very telling. The DP is aware, and he said this very openly during Keny's burial, that he's aware that there are powerful people who are trying to block him. So there's no any other powerful individual in this country than President Uhuru Kenyatta. If Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to support the DP, he would do that. But from all these indications, Uhuru and Raila are working to stop the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto. And Uhuru is lucky that he has Raila Odinga, who has a fanatical following in the country. If it was just Uhuru trying to support the DP minus Raila Odinga, it would have been a big challenge for him. So that's something these guys are working on. And lastly, these guys are working towards changing the constitution of the Republic of Kenya through the Building Bridges initiative. That's something we all know. And the Kenyan constitution is going to be changed. And it's going to be changed just to achieve one thing: the unity of the country. The president made it clear that one of his legacies would be uniting this country. Uhuru would be happy if he retired, and then in 2022, Kenyans will go to elections without any problem. And how is he going to achieve this? Uhuru, in my view, is intending to create the position of the prime minister and the deputy prime minister. Where he's going to occupy those is still something we can't tell. But as a matter of fact, Uhuru is going to create the position of the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, then we are going to the president and deputy president in our next constitution through the Building Bridges initiative. And this will cover for what is referred to as the inclusivity, which has been lacking in successive government, so that Luos, Kikuyus, Kalenjin, Masais, Turkana, any of those people can become leaders in this country without any part of the country feeling left aside. Take, for example, the system today. The system today, Uhuru is the president, is viewed as a Kikuyu. DP Ruto is the vice president, the deputy president, is viewed as a Kalenjin. Those are the realities in this country. So if the DP will be contesting in 2022 without a new constitution, creating these other positions, then it means the DP will be in a fix on appointing his running mate. If he fails to appoint a Kikuyu as a running mate, it means someone else can go and pick a Kikuyu. And because our politics is tribal-based, Kikuyus might find solace in supporting that. Again, if he picks a Kikuyu, Kenyans will ask him questions. Kwani hii country imekuwa ya makabila wawili? So this constitution, which is going to be changed through the Building Bridges initiative, is going to be used by the two gentlemen to achieve various political objectives. One of them may be Uhuru Kenyatta coming back as a prime minister of the Republic of Kenya. I don't know what you think, but in my view, these are some of the secret things the two brothers are working on. And if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this one, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, and please may you have a good day. And by the way, Mutai Ngunyi, Dennis Itumbi, and Kipchumba Murkomen had a serious spat online. And that spat was caused by an interview by Ann Kiguta on NTV, where she interviewed Gladys Sholei. And the allies of the DP believed that that particular, the punchline which Ann Kiguta gave was actually scripted by Mutai Ngunyi. And they're very mad. So that's going to be one of my next video after this. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.